Hello and welcome to Northeast Wisconsin Technical College's International Programs. My name is Beau James and I'm here today to talk to you about some of the newest programs coming to Northeast Wisconsin Technical College in the 2016-2017 academic year. You'll find that NWTC is committed to maintaining programs and degrees that are needed by area employers and students alike to get the jobs and the careers that they need. So over the course of year to year, the administration, the deans, the academic programs, they're talking to community leaders, they're talking to students who are searching for jobs, and they're finding out where are the most popular areas and the most need for students, graduates. And then they're also looking at older programs to make sure that they're still serving students' needs. So if a particular area is found to no longer be generating as many jobs as there are graduates, some of those programs are sometimes even phased out. So that's one of the ways that NWTC is committed to making sure that you as a student are getting an education that is going to be valuable to you and to get you a job that you really need. The other nice thing is because NWTC is responding to the needs of the community and the businesses in our area. That means there's a lot of opportunities not only for graduates to get jobs when they finish their program, but also to get internships while they're studying. And those internships are the single most valuable thing that international student or a domestic student from the United States can do to find value in their education. So we're going to introduce these to you today. We'll talk a little bit about the college. You'll see some videos from some of the deans introducing the new programs in a few instances. And hopefully you'll get some ideas for some potential programs that you maybe didn't know about before, but might be of interest or value to you as you consider coming to the United States and studying. So a little bit again, we want to remind you that we are Northeast Wisconsin Technical College. We're located in the state of Wisconsin. If you look on the map there, you can see it's in the upper Midwestern part of the United States near Lake Michigan, one of the Great Five Lakes, or the Five Great Lakes. We're located in the city of Green Bay, and in the picture you can see a picture of Green Bay. You have the Fox River there flowing northwards towards the Bay of Green Bay, which ultimately connects to Lake Michigan. Historically, because of Green Bay's location, it offered a great shipping point. So NWTC has a lot of programming related to marine manufacturing and welding that supports a ship industry. We also have a lot of manufacturing in our region because of the shipping lanes that is made Green Bay well known for its paper production and other forms as well. So there's a lot of industry nearby, there's a lot of manufacturing, but there's also more high-tech areas as well. We have a lot of IT programming and a lot of health programming because of the large number of health insurance companies that are located in the Green Bay area as well. So you can see it's not a huge city. At 100,000 people in the city of Green Bay, it's considered a medium-sized city by U.S. standards. It's also considered to be suburban, so you will see that in the picture of the downtown area. There's no skyscrapers or anything like that, but there are enough people in the region that there are certainly plenty of activities for students who are looking for things to do. There's plenty of job opportunities for students when they graduate, as well as the internship opportunities for the current students. The other nice thing about being suburban is that it's a very safe part of the country. So there is a very, very low crime rate in terms of especially violent crime. There's a little bit of property crime, but certainly not something that should alert a student. So that's a very nice thing about the college and the community, is the location where it is. For those students who do like to get some major city activities in, you certainly can travel on the weekends and on vacations to nearby major cities, which include the city of Chicago, which is a fantastic city in terms of cultural activities and museums and concerts and things that students generally like to do. But also Milwaukee is the biggest city in the state of Wisconsin, and then that's only 2 hours away. Minneapolis-St. Paul's a little bit further at 5 hours away driving. And then Madison, the capital city of Wisconsin, is only 2 hours away as well. So plenty of things, major cities nearby for students who are looking for that sort of activity when Green Bay just doesn't feel big enough for them, maybe on the weekends or on those holidays. Anyway, so we mentioned that this program is particularly to talk about the new programs coming to the 2016-2017 academic year. You can see the list of them here is quite an extensive list, and we are going to talk about most of them here today. And we'll go more in depth on the programs that are probably going to be of more interest to students. One of the programs listed, Business Analyst, actually started up in the spring semester of 2016, so we already do have some international students participating in that program, and they're already giving us very good reviews about what they're experiencing. So hopefully you'll look forward to learning about that one and some of the other ones that we talk about as well. Now this next slide may be a little bit confusing at first, but it kind of outlines what we call our pathways here at NWTC. The idea with the pathways is to recognize that not all students, when they start their college education, are necessarily ready to go for 4 straight years or 5 or 6 years to complete a bachelor's degree. That can be a very daunting task for some individuals. So it's a reminder that we have what's considered a pathways approach, a laddering approach, where students can come in, get some of the education that they need, go out into the workplace, get some work experience, and then come back and move on towards completing those 4-year degrees. So if you're looking at this graphic, you may be seeing that you have the gray boxes, and those are talking about the various education levels. So the box at the very left end is kind of the primary and secondary education, what we call the K through 12 system. That will give any individual basic education, but those basic education is really going to only qualify them for unskilled or semi-skilled jobs, so not really well-paying jobs by any stretch of the imagination. Also challenging sometimes is individuals who maybe have higher education experience but don't have the language when they come to the United States, so they may have to also face situations where they're only doing unskilled or semi-skilled work because of the language barrier. And then you see through what we call bridge instruction, that starts to move students from taking the secondary schooling and getting into the post-secondary level. Also with intensive English, that would move a non-English speaker closer to the language proficiency that they would need to then qualify for higher education in the United States. So we then see in the second gray box the pathways certificates. So certificates are going to be short-term study, can be anywhere from a couple weeks all the way up to a year and a half. And with a certificate, they're learning a very specific skill. So welding would be one that I would think of with manufacturing. And with that particular skill, then students and graduates can move into jobs related to that skill. So the welding students can get into welding jobs in local manufacturers, and those can be entry-level skilled positions and even entry-level technician positions. It's when students come back then and they choose to finish a technical diploma and then maybe even an associate degree. Technical diplomas generally being about 1 full academic year of study, associate degrees being closer to 2 full years of academic study. That's where the degree starts to take shape, because it's not only those skill courses for one specific skill, but it may involve actually different areas. So for example, in information technology, if a computer programming is in a technical diploma and an associate degree, they're starting to learn more than one coding language, for example. But in addition, they're also starting to take general studies classes, and those are those classes that start to be applied towards the degree. Now, as a graduate of a technical diploma or associate of applied science degree, students are ready to go into the workplace and do some of those real skilled technician positions. But they may not find that they have the opportunity to move up into the management position. So at some point, they frequently want to go back to complete their bachelor's degree. So they can take those credits that they've earned at the associate degree level and apply them towards the bachelor's degree, so that in 2 more years, they can maybe finish a bachelor's degree and then be ready to move into those professional and managerial positions in the place of employment that they have. So what you can see is a model in which students start in a school, they get some of the schooling and the certificates that they need and some of the credits that they need, but then they go into the workplace and get the work experience, and then they can come back and continue where they left off. So they don't have to start over. They're really just using those credits that they've earned previously and the experience that they've gotten in the workplace to then get the next higher certificate. So we have a few examples that you can look at of new programs and how they fit into the pathways. So on the left side here, you see examples in our construction-related programming. So you see the carpentry technical diploma, the masonry, the industrial maintenance mechanic, and the electricity. And then you can see that that technical diploma steps up after an individual maybe worked in carpentry for a couple of years, and they want to come back and they want to become a manager in their construction sites. They can do what's called the construction management program with an emphasis in carpentry. So that first degree that they would do would be a 1 year. The second degree, the associate degree, is normally a 2 year, but with that 1 year they've already completed, they will only need 1 more year to then get the associate degree. So that really has an appeal to a lot of students who maybe have financial concerns where they're not sure if they can pay for 2 or 4 years of college right from the beginning, or if they have concerns about making sure that it's the right career for them, that they're really interested in it. They kind of get started, check it out, make sure it's the right thing for them, and then come back when they want to move up, whether in the position or to broaden their skill set. Another example that you see here is with our law program. So we're really talking about the paralegal, which paralegals are the assistants, the support staff for lawyers. They can do the very entry level, which is the Law Office Administration Pathway Certificate, a very short-term program. If they decide, after being in a law office that they want to move into the actual paralegal role, then they can come back and finish a paralegal associate degree. And then even after they've studied as a paralegal for a number of years, they can even come back to do a post-bac, which is a post-baccalaureate technical diploma program. So that's really for a seasoned paralegal to come back and continue to increase their skills over the course of time. Another example you see here is in substance abuse, how that ladders up into the human services. And then after being in human services for a number of years, an individual could even come back for a substance abuse specialty local certificate. So at many points in an individual's life, they may want to increase the amount of education that they need or that they have so that they can get the jobs that they need. And that's where NWTC is really useful, because we're able to take students at any point in their life and at any point in their career, whether they're just getting started out of high school and secondary school, or if they've actually even been in a role for a couple of years and they want to take that next step to improve their careers. So you see another example here in the paraeducator, and you have our landscape installation, video production. So just some more examples of the ways that these all transfer up into the next level. And you see the last one there, laboratory science technology program. That's specifically built to go into a university program. So students who are thinking about pre-med or looking at biology or chemistry or microbiology degrees, they can ultimately start in a laboratory science technician program, getting some of those skills and then making their way up into the next level as they go. So the first one we're going to talk about is the business analyst program. You can see it's a 70 credit program, so you can expect that's going to take at least a full 2 years. Some students may even push that into a third year if they're really just taking the minimum number of credits each semester. You can see that it's really designed to work within an organization, identifying key information for business structure, policies, operations for stakeholders. Employment potential includes becoming a business analyst, a functional analyst, working a business systems analyst, enterprise analyst, etc. You'll see that this is a very a fast-growing industry, particularly in the area where Northeast Wisconsin Technical College is located, with a growth rate of 19% between 2011 and 2022. And that also translates into a very nice rate of pay. So within Northeast Wisconsin, the average district wage for an analyst is going to be about almost $26 an hour. And starting salaries are really at about $36,000. So it's a very good opportunity for those who are part of that. And like I said, we do have international students currently in that program, so they've been able to vouch for us just how interesting and how useful it is for them. And they're already finding the internships that they need to get the real world work experience to help them make this worthwhile. The next one we have that we're looking at is the music production program. So this is kind of located within our media and media technology area. So the media production technical diploma is actually designed for those who are working with software for music creation, and this is really designed for folks who are thinking about developing their own home music studio, whether that's for music creation like bands and entertainment, but also for those who are doing support music and sound for advertising and commercials, and then of course social media because of the online component. So this program is really slated to begin in spring or fall of 2017. We know it will be a good program and a popular one because of the success of our digital media technical diploma or digital media associate degree that we already have. And then these credits that are taken in this technical diploma will bridge into those digital media associate degrees as well. There's a second program within that as well, and that is the video production technical diploma. So again, this is really focused on those skills for those who are doing video. It can be used in more traditional media sources, such as working for advertisement companies, working for commercial production companies, but also working at television stations or even movie production studios. The other place where the video production technical diploma is useful, of course, would be for those who are doing self-production and video production through use of technology on their computers. And that's great for those who are looking to do their own freelance work and who are also looking to publish their own work online and through social media. So similarly, this program is slated to begin either in the fall of this semester or as late as spring of 2017. And we're sure that we'll have interest because we've had a number of international students who have participated in our digital media program. So this particular technical diploma, being a one-year program, will be great for those students who are really looking to get in and out in a shorter amount of time. Again, we mentioned that there's a paralegal program. So if you worked as a legal, if you worked as in legal counsel and you had experience, but you want to extend that experience, you could certainly think about coming back to get more education. So you could do 30 credits in the paralegal program. So 30 credits would be about 1 year. And then you can see that would help make an individual more qualified for promotion and for senior paralegal positions within a law office. And you can see there's very good growth, again, 22% between 2012 and 2022, as well as very good rates of pay, including the starting salary, again, at about $34,000 per year. The next program is more in the social work area, and that is in the early childhood, and that's working as an autism technician. So this is a technical diploma, again designed to be done in about a year, and this is for educators who are working specifically with individuals who have autism. So autism, of course, can be a challenge for schools, and having autism technicians are really helpful to make sure that the students with autism are able to be served in the best way possible. So you can see that the rates of pay are also very good, and there's very good job opportunity in our area as well. Similarly, we have the Paraeducator program, and this is a longer-term technical diploma, so at 49 credits. This would take about a year and a half. The reason it was set at 49 credits is because this is the minimum number of credits that's required to work in the Green Bay area school districts as a paraprofessional and instructional assistant. This is one of the reasons that this specific program came about in our area. Now, a student could also do a paraeducator program that is a full associate degree, which would be in the 60 to 70 credit range. So it would take an additional semester or up to an additional year, depending on how quickly a student is completing their credits. And then again, you have a very good annual salary, and you have a very suitable hourly starting wage for students. Another area that's similar is the Human Services Associate degree, and again, this is 70 credits, so 70 credits is in that 2 up to 3 year range. And this is a good one for those who want to help learners acquire skills, working with individuals, groups, and communities. You can see them working in advocacy or community supports, helping in education or human services agencies. Again, this is a very good growth area with a similar 22% growth from 2012 to 2022. And then you also have the rates of pay listed there. Related to the Human Services Associate degree, and this one would help ladder into that, is a substance abuse counselor. So substance abuse, we are talking about those who are afflicted with alcohol or drug abuse issues, helping those people to get treatment so that they can get back into a normal life, a healthier life. And then in this program, you can see that it's on the technical diploma, so it's about a 1 year program, but it does then build ladder into an associate degree and ultimately bachelor's and master's degrees in behavioral science, which students will be interested in as well. It can also be helpful for those who have gotten those higher ed degrees and want to come back and get some of a focus in substance abuse counseling as well. You'll find that there are plenty of job opportunities in correctional facilities, employee and student assistant programs, within private organizations and businesses, and then also social service groups as well. You can see a very strong projected growth of 31% from 2012 to 2022, and then you can also see the yearly median well over 30,000 there. So again, a very good program. From moving kind of towards the social service, more into the electronics and health area, you can see we have the Biomedical Electronics Technology Associate Degree program. This is 62 credits. NWTC has always had an electronics program focused specifically on the electronic side, but then there was also a biomedical emphasis for those students who are interested. But this is a new development in that it is a full associate's degree specifically dedicated towards that biomedical area. And that degree is going to prepare them to become technicians in medical facilities or medical equipment and manufacturing firms. And the graduates may begin careers as electronic technicians in development, maintenance, testing, and field service. And this is really good because, like I mentioned, this is a technology area, and in healthcare is a growing area, particularly in the United States. So there's really good opportunities for employment, and there's excellent pay as well, with yearly rates of pay looking at about $35,000, and then an hourly wage of $17 an hour. So that's a very strong option for students who are interested. Now, we had highlighted in our preview kind of some of the construction management associate degrees, and we had mentioned already that there are actually 3 sub-focuses for those, including those who are interested in carpentry, those who are interested in electricity, and those who are interested in masonry. So a lot of good options there, and again, this is really designed for those who maybe already have some of those experiences working on construction sites and job sites. This really gives them that secondary level of training so that they can move into those supervisor positions, the foreman positions, the management positions. For those who don't have the previous experience, they certainly can come in and do the technical programs, which we'll talk about. And you can see that there is an expected increase of between 20 and 40% between 2010 and 2020 based on which area of the 3 sub-focuses that you're in. And then you see an excellent starting wage and mean yearly starting salary. So $45,000 is really one of the strongest options there. So we have a video that we want to show you just to kind of introduce you to the construction management program as well. So. All right, sorry for the delay there. We had a little bit of a technical issue. So we're going to look at some of those videos now, looking at a couple of the programs that we just discussed.
Hi, my name is Tracy Blonick, and I'm an instructor in the Health Science and Education team in our Paraeducator program. And I'm excited to tell you about a new technical diploma that we're going to be offering in the fall. Currently, we already have our Paraeducator Associate degree, but when we met with our advisory board, local school districts were telling us that they wanted our graduates faster. So in order to meet the demands of No Child Left Behind and the need for 48 credits, we created a shorter, faster option, which is our Paraeducator Technical Diploma. So it's 48 credits. It trains individuals to work in school settings. They will work with students with reading strategies, with math, supporting individuals with special needs. Similar to what our associate's degree was, it's just a more direct option for students to meet the needs of our local community and getting our graduates out there faster.
How many people have less siblings than their parents?
Human service is all about helping people.
Some communities.
The students in the program are learning the skills necessary to provide direct service with clients.
At the end of the day, you know.
For various populations, from very small children all the way up to older adults.
Social Security is more than a
Curriculum is really set up for being hands-on. And then students also go out and do field experience.
with family members.
So they go out to an agency where they actually practice the skills that they learned in the program.
A resource between the two of you.
Started it and absolutely loved it. Really just helped me get my foot in the door, realize that this is what I want to do.
What is it about the Child Day Care Centers?
So I would recommend it because it's completely hands-on.
You have to pick one of these.
Class sizes are small and you really get in there and get going in the field. It's so rewarding. And I've only been working in the field for a couple of years and I have already seen the difference that I can make in someone else's life.
Hi, I'm Gene Francisco. I'm the Associate Dean for our Construction and Transportation Programs at NWTC. And today I want to talk to you a little bit about our Construction Management Associate degree. It's a degree that predominantly focuses on construction management aspects of estimating, project management, cost management of construction projects. It's really geared for the person that's been out in the construction trade for a few years and wants to take that next step forward in the career. To obtain that degree, you need to either be enrolled in one of our technical diplomas in our construction areas or have completed a registered apprenticeship within the construction trade.
Right, so hopefully you found some useful tips from the 3 programs introduced in the video there. And again, so we mentioned that this is for the associate degree, but we mentioned that each of those consists also of a 1-year technical diploma if you are new to the construction management area. So the construction technical diplomas include the carpentry program, which is 33 credits, the masonry program at 31 credits, and the electricity program at 32 credits, each of which should take a student about a year to complete. Maybe just a little bit more if students are taking the minimum number of credits. You can see that there's very good job opportunities in that, in both or in all 3 areas, and that the median hourly wage coming out of the technical diploma is very good as well, and students would be expecting to make over $30,000 per year. And of course, the job market has that 20% plus expected growth, which is really fantastic for new students looking for a career that they want to get into. The next program is probably one of the ones that we are most excited about at Northeast Wisconsin Technical College, and that's our Laboratory Science Technology Associate degree. Now, this is a program that blends both the theoretical concepts in science with actual practical laboratory skills, and that really gets them prepared for a broad range of careers, including biology, chemistry, environmental sciences, as well as going into academic research laboratories. So this is really great because you'll get experimental design experience, applications of scientific principles, accurate documentation processes, fundamentals in quality measurement, and use of industry standard instrumentation and protocols. What that really means, though, is that those graduates who do this 2-year program have a couple options before them. Some of them may choose to go into labs in industries in our region. So certainly you could do an industry related to chemical or food production and work in their laboratories, or other areas as well in the labs in those industries. Or you could choose to take that 2 years of credits, those 67 credits, and transfer them to a bachelor's degree program. So most bachelor degree programs in the United States are about 120 to 130 credits. So you'd be looking about transferring about half of those credits into it. And Northeast Wisconsin Technical College has already developed partnerships within the University of Wisconsin system to make sure that students who have completed this program are able to take all 67 credits into their new program. So it's a lot of good opportunities, not only as becoming a lab technician, but also for those who really will ultimately want to get a bachelor's degree in one of the major science areas. If they're looking at going into pre-med or some other science area, this is really a fantastic program for them. For those who do choose to go into the district to work in laboratories, they will find that they have very good rates of pay, anywhere from $16 to $20 per hour. So we have just one more video from one of our deans and now one of the instructors in this area who's going to introduce that program as well.
My name is Matt Peterson, and I'm one of the Associate Deans in General Studies, and I'm here to talk to you about the Laboratory Science Technology Associate degree, which is launching in fall 2016. This is a really exciting opportunity for students who think that they might want a career in science. And at the end of that associate degree, students will have an option to go into industry in a number of lab-based kind of companies like food science, plastic research, material science, that sort of thing. The really cool thing about the program is that it also mimics very closely the freshman and sophomore year of many university programs in biology and chemistry. And we are working with local universities to make sure that students can transfer really smoothly. So students that are interested in a 4-year degree in sciences may be really excited about this program because it does give them the option to both pursue an immediate career in sciences as well as transfer to a university. Even students who weren't thinking about NWTC as an option, perhaps those that are looking at medical school or veterinary school, physical therapy school, many of the classes in our Laboratory Science Technology program will suit them as well for transfer to local universities.
So as you can see, we're pretty excited about this program at NWTC. We know for international students, there's a number of benefits here. We run across students who are really curious about doing general studies, maybe for a year, and then transferring to a local university, just so that they can get the experience, first of all, in a technical college where we have a little bit more student support service for our international students. We have a little bit more hands-on experience, labs, so students can get some of the experience that they need in the American culture, or the American classroom, the American academic culture, and then really can be successful going forward. We also find that this is a very good program for our international students who are interested in our health science programs, such as our nursing program, which actually has a wait list in many cases. So while students are waiting the 1 year to get into their health science program, they can do all of their prerequisite laboratory classes within the lab science program. So in essence, they're working their way towards 2 associate degrees over the course of their study at NWTC. So as I've said a couple times here, it's a really exciting opportunity for our students, and hope that's something that you will consider thinking about if you have interest in the pure sciences. So. The next program that we want to highlight is that we are developing a culinary program and also a restaurant management program. We currently do have a hotel and restaurant management program, but now we're specifically going to break that down to a restaurant management focus for those students have that, as well as a culinary program. So really to help those who are thinking about becoming kitchen managers, as opposed to traditional culinary programs, which are really more focused on just the cooking side. This is to help prepare students to manage kitchens in a restaurant setting, which is a very important skill, because a traditional culinary program might make an individual into an excellent connoisseur of foods, but it doesn't necessarily teach you the proper business principles to be successful in the restaurant industry. So managing product costs, working with staffing costs, really trying to make those pieces that you need work to have a successful business, not just a successful product. We encourage you, if you enjoy some of these videos, to explore other areas of NWTC's programming, as well as of the rest of the Wisconsin Technical College system. You can see a link here through YouTube at the user/WIS Tech Colleges, and you'll see a lot of videos such as the ones you saw that we showed you during the course of this presentation. So even with some of our long-running programs, you'll find more information about them, whether it be an accounting program, a business management program, a welding program, a CNC program. Any sort of program that you have interest in, you probably can find more information. Look at the facilities that exist in the Wisconsin Technical College system and at Northeast Wisconsin Technical College. So we really do encourage you to check these things out. We also kind of want to wrap up by letting you know, as we talked about, that sometimes programs go away. So you can see a list of our discontinued programs as well. Now you'll notice that some of them are similar to the programs that were created. So in some instances, like the AODA local certificate, it actually transitioned into our new substance abuse program that we've already talked about. And in other cases, like the Construction Technology Associate of Applied Science is now our Construction Management Technical or Associate degree, and then our Construction Technology areas. So even though that they're listed here as discontinued or suspended, they may not be totally disappeared from the campus. So definitely something to consider. If you are looking at a program, make sure that you are looking at one that's still on our campus. There are a couple that are on temporary suspension. So, for example, in our marine construction, we aren't able to take that. You see our Criminal Justice Law Enforcement Academy. For those who are interested in that we've replaced that with a criminal justice professional program. So again, it's just worth checking out that if you see one of the programs listed here that you're interested in, it may not have gone away. It just may be changed or updated into a newer program. And then we just want to remind you, one of the best things about coming to NWTC is our facilities. We are investing millions of dollars into new buildings and new laboratories and new technology for our students every year. I think you'll be surprised that if you have been to NWTC before and you come back a few years later, that it's going to be a totally different campus. Some of the facilities are fantastic. In our technology hall, with our manufacturing, students are really getting some state-of-the-art equipment to work with and some ideas and materials that are unique to NWTC and things that you will not find at any other school around the country. And you'll find that we even have special programs that are unique to NWTC, such as our programs where we allow folks to develop 3D models and prototypes and design. And that's in our prototype and design program located as well. So, definitely check out NWTC, check out our facilities, and you can do a virtual tour when you visit our website, and you'll find that it's a very good way to learn more about the college and the campus. And then we want to remind our international students that we're always trying to come up with great activities for you specifically. So we want you to not only learn about the academic culture of the United States, but we also want you to engage the culture of Northeast Wisconsin. So you may try some things that you've never tried before, such as ice skating or skiing or curling, which you can see shown here. We take our students on trips into the area. We let them engage with professionals in the area, so we'll tour the local police station, or we met our mayor of the city of Green Bay. Lots of things designed to give students very memorable experiences when they're studying in the United States. So that really concludes our introduction to the new programs at NWTC. We hope that you found this useful. Hopefully you do have questions. You're welcome to contact NWTC or myself. You can just go to international admissions at nwtc.edu, and you can send us an email, or you can check out our website at www.nwtc/international and explore on your own. And hopefully you'll have questions for us, and we'll be happy to help you out and help you go through the admission process. And you can be here studying in the United States, in Wisconsin, in no time. So thank you again. Have a great afternoon. We'll talk to you again soon.